I'm not supposed to have tears in my eyes, but they're already starting. Welcome, everyone. Today is a celebration of life, of commitment, of friendship, and family, and two people who are in it forever. And two people you fell in love by chance, but you're here today because you're making a choice. You both are choosing each other. You've chosen to be with someone who enhances you, who challenges you, who makes you think, who makes you smile, and makes every day brighter. You're about to make promises to each other that you intend to keep. You're going to vow to take care of each other, to stand up for one another, and find happiness in the other. There's a simple premise to each of these promises. You're vowing to be there. You're teaming up and saying to the other, every experience I'm going to have, I want you to be part of. As Hayden and Sofia chose to bond their lives with one another, they acknowledge moving forward, the lives of their entire families also become entwined. And they welcome all of you here this afternoon on this very special occasion to celebrate and affirm them coming together as partners. They want to acknowledge those who have traveled long distances from places such as Illinois and Ohio, Michigan, New Mexico, and Tennessee, as well as those who could not be here in attendance today, including Sofia's family and friends from Tokyo. Due to the travel restrictions of the pandemic, we celebrate them as they welcome the world this week with the Summer Olympics. They would like to especially acknowledge each other's parents in a moment of transformation and growth. At this time, Sofia honors and welcomes Jeff and Cindy to her family. At this time, Hayden honors and welcomes Susumu and Colleen to his family. One of the things I've learned is family is so very important to Sofia and Hayden. And they realize that it is at a wedding that they see firsthand how the lineage of love gets passed around. And grandparents have had a very, very special place in their hearts. They welcome Cindy's mom, Marilyn, as well as Jeff's dad, John, and his wife, Linda, who are here today. And they also acknowledge their 4 grandparents who are no longer with us, and they're so, so very loved. By a show of hands of those of you here today, who knows Pamela, Jeff's mom, okay, better known as Nana, right? Whew. All of us, including myself, who know and love her dearly, I want to say I'm very confident to say that she is with us today, looking down upon us, looking upon Hayden and Sofia, and I'm pretty sure she's surrounded by her dogs. Do you ever just meet a couple for the first time and you just know that they're meant to be? You just know it. That is the two of you for me. When I met you, I just had this intuitive sense, and I'm an intuitive person, that you're just meant to be, and it's so beautiful and an honor to be here today to celebrate you. Well, they have a story that's worth sharing, memories that they're going to have a lifetime, and I just want to take a few moments and share a few of them with you. They first met in math class. It was their freshman year at Oregon State. It was 2014. Sophia rolled her eyes back as she shared her thoughts with me. I'll never forget it. He's so smart, he didn't even have to try. He'd be on his phone in the back of class, and then he'd ace the freaking tests. And Sophia's look of frustration quickly turned into a big grin as she relived this special memory. We'd met each other 6 months earlier. However, one day after class, he walked up to me, and it's as if I saw him for the very first time. Their first date was meant to be at a Thai restaurant. However, this restaurant was closed on Saturdays. They ended up at a Mexican restaurant. However, this Mexican restaurant was truly only a front for a bar. You see, the bouncer was the waiter. Is that right? The bouncer was the waiter. And this would be a very different meal and certainly a very different first date. Hayden said, "We'll just start with some chips and salsa." And the waiter / bouncer said, "We don't have any chips and salsa." "Well, we'll just have some tamales then." "Sorry, we don't have any tamales at this restaurant." "Well, how about some tacos?" "Well, we're out of that as well." And so their first date was rice and beans. And although it was a very simple first date, it was certainly a magical one. Hayden shared, "I took her to Bend quite often as I thought it was an effective way of having her fall in love with me." For those of you who aren't from Bend, you could really see why. Sophia met Jeff and Cindy on their third date, and Nana was even there. And she acknowledged, it was a lot of people there for a third date. But for me, it's most touching how you both talk about each other, because I asked you a lot of questions about each other. And that's where I intuitively knew that you were meant to be. Sophia would say, "He cares a lot about the people he loves." Hayden's an old soul. He's kind and patient. And what I saw in him the day that we met was kindness in his eyes. Hayden said, "Sophia is the hardest working and most empathetic person I have ever met. She would help anyone in need." But together, they shared a similar story. They shared their trust and loyalty for each other. We are always here for each other. We've built this relationship over the past 7 years, and we learn more about each other every day. We share some very important core values, those of family, loyalty, balance, and respect. Sophia shared how the word respect is such an important part of the Japanese culture. Respect is a form of love in my dad's culture. This includes respect for people as well as nature. It was quite evident to me that the word gratitude is very important to the both of you, as you're appreciative for what you have and, more importantly, for the people in your lives. In 2018, I'm sure you both remember visiting Tokyo. You took this guy to Tokyo for the first time, and it was your birthday, Hayden. And you walked into a Buddhist shrine, and you thought, this might be the perfect place to get engaged. And You were so nervous, you shared, that you could barely talk. And Sofia stated with a big smile, "He was so nervous that I knew today was the day." And once I learned that you despise sushi, of all foods, I thought, wow, how did this end up happening, right? But they also shared with me how the mixing of the cultures is such an important part of your relationship, and that is so, so beautiful. In today's world more than ever before, the mixing of your cultures is what's so important to you, and I love that. I've got one question for both of you. Are you ready?
Yep.
Yes.
Are you guys all ready? Yeah. Let's get with the freaking program. Remember I warned you all here? I want to know right now if anyone has any objections. Speak now. Speak now or forever hold your peace. I'm going to wait a few minutes here. I think you have their permission.
I think so.
All right, I got a few questions for the both of you. You are ready, right?
Yes.
Do you, Sofia and Hayden, realize that this ceremony is the biggest, real deal, unplugged, sincerely meaningful, and everlasting thing you will ever do?
We do.
Good answer. Are you prepared to support and love each other unconditionally throughout your many years together, no matter how silly and serious, geeky or nerdy, artsy or fartsy the situation may be, even in times of stubbornness and impatience?
We do.
Okay. Hayden, do you take Sofia to be your wife? Will you love her, comfort her, honor her, and keep her from harm, in sickness and in health, and forsaken all others, keep only unto her?
I do.
Sofia, do you take Hayden to be your husband? Will you love him, comfort him, honor him, and keep him from harm, in sickness and in health, and forsaken all others, keep only unto him?
I do.
You've got this.
Hayden, I'm so grateful to have found you. Already. I think that our relationship is generations in the making. So many things had to happen in order for us to be here. For example, I almost went to college in Wisconsin, and then we never would have met. In many ways, I feel like we were destined to meet. However, I think the strength and longevity of our relationship isn't a matter of destiny. We have worked hard to love each other and grow together. The love we have and the relationship we have built is based on a unique foundation created by our families. Our mothers both lost a parent at a very young age. And our families have a very special and ferocious type of love because of these tragedies. Growing up, we both saw a tremendous amount of love, loyalty, forgiveness, and patience. And I vow to navigate any obstacles we might encounter with that love, patience, loyalty, and forgiveness. I have always felt like I had to be the strongest, most independent person until I met you. I vow to support you in all your endeavors. I vow to treasure and appreciate the sacrifices you have made to support me. We have been through so much together, and I think I truly know you. You are so mature, but still playful like a kid, which I love. I vow to always protect and embrace your childlike wonder. I vow to always giggle at your one-liners. I vow to rewatch Star Wars with you even when I don't want to. I vow to make you delicious dairy-free desserts so you never miss out. I promise to love you and grow old with you. I promise we will have a big, loving home filled with the laughter of our children and family. I promise to love you, my best friend, for the rest of our lives.
Beautiful.
Sophia, since the day I met you, I could instantly tell how smart and beautiful you are. I mean, it's obvious. But I learned a few months later how much more you are, and I've continued to learn that over the past 7 years. Your compassion for others has shaped me into a much kinder person than when we met. Some people say I've lost my edge, but for the most part, people enjoy me more now. Your determination and your professionalism has motivated me to succeed in all areas of my life. We've done so much, but I know there is still so much that we will accomplish together. Finally, your worldly experience has pushed me to expand my views. I can't wait to be pushed out of my comfort zone and experience new things that I've never imagined, new places as well. So now I make these vows to you. I vow to love you each and every day. I vow to love every aspect of you. I vow to adventure with you wherever and whenever. I vow to be the best possible husband, father, and partner I can be. And most importantly, I vow to continue building this relationship with you brick by brick, experience by experience. You're my bravest little adventurer, a future tiny Obachan, and my partner for life. I love you.
Alec, you're doing great so far. Hayden, place this ring upon Sophia's left finger, and as you do, repeat after me these words. With this ring, I wed you, Sophia.
With this ring, I wed you, Sophia.
For today, tomorrow, and all the years to come.
For today, tomorrow, and all the years to come.
Please wear it as a sign of my love and commitment.
Please wear it as a sign of my love and commitment.
And a notice to the entire world that you are my wife.
And a notice to the entire world that you are my wife.
Sophia, place this ring upon Hayden's left finger, and as you do, repeat after me these words. With this ring, I wed you, Hayden.
With this ring, I wed you, Hayden.
For today, tomorrow, and all the years to come.
For today, tomorrow, and all the years to come.
Please wear it as a sign of my love and commitment.
Please wear it as a sign of my love and commitment.
And a notice to the entire world that you are my husband.
And a notice to the entire world that you are my husband.
For as much as you, Sophia, and you, Hayden, have consented together in marriage, you have witnessed the same before your families and before your friends. You have pledged your promises to one another, signified the same by the giving and accepting of your wedding rings. By the power vested in me and the state of Oregon, I therefore pronounce you husband and wife. Hayden, you may kiss your bride.
I think so.
It is with great pleasure, for the very first time, I now present you Mr. and Mrs. Hayden and Sophia Martin.